There's a guy out there that you might have heard of a couple times because he is everywhere, and his name is Andrew Tate.
Oh.
What the hell's going on with Andrew Tate? This guy was everywhere in 2022. Then he got canceled. Then he was everywhere in 2023. Then he got jailed.
Yeah.
We know what happened there. PBD and myself, lucky enough, flew out to Madrid to interview him. Got the first big interview with Andrew Tate after he was canceled. I want to say that was September of 22. And then after he went to jail, I want to say December of 22, after he was let out, we went and flew to interview him in Bucharest, Romania. I want to say June of 23. Since then, he's been on house arrest. The stories, the allegations, allegedly, him and his brother, we had an amazing time. Good hosts. I've been very vocal that I think that certain people are guilty of crimes. Diddy
Did it.
Weinstein, Epstein, and I think there's certain people that they want to silence them and I want them to shut them up. Tate, Russell Brand, allegations that maybe, you know, the glove don't fit, you must acquit, but I don't think they're going to let this guy go off easily. He's a threat to the NWO New World Order. So Andrew Tate, what's going on with Andrew Tate? If you've been seeing, he's putting his stuff on Rumble. If you don't go on Rumble, like, have you seen any Andrew Tate clips on YouTube? Have you guys seen Andrew Tate clips on YouTube?
No, they're not.
You haven't seen anything?
No, they're not there.
Is he on
anymore.
TikTok? Have you seen anything on TikTok?
No.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
I do watch his stuff on Rumble. Shout out to you. Shout out to Tristan.
Yeah.
Doing your emergency podcast. But Tate, what's going on with Tate? Sort of under the radar.
Yeah.
As much as you could think, oh my God, this guy was the most Googled man.
Yeah.
Potentially even the most Googled woman because he changed his sex during the interview with PBD and I. I'm a woman now. Gender affirming. What the hell's going on with Tate? But I like to keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on with him because whether you like him or not, he's not going anywhere.
Yes.
I would suspect, because his message is important, or is it? Because we actually have some polling data of what the general public thinks
But Tate.
of Andrew Tate. So here's the latest story of what's going on with Andrew Tate, if we can pull that up. He lost his appeal to relax restrictions leaving Romania, judicial restrictions as he awaits human trafficking and rape trial. Unbelievable. Human trafficking. It still boggles my mind. Tate requested that he be able to leave Romania, provided that he stay within Europe's ID check-free Schengen zone. The Bucharest Court of Appeal ruled against Tate, stipulating that he may not leave the country. The Schengen zone allows EU and non-EU nationals to travel freely without border checks. So we know that I think there was a health scare with his mother. He tried to go back to the UK. They would have let him. We know that the UK is pressing charges. There's stories out there calling him the king of toxic masculinity. I think we have an article with that.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, Andrew Tate, king of toxic, faces 3 legal cases in 2 countries. That is Romania and that is the UK. You know, there's allegations of rape. There's allegations of sexual misconduct, human trafficking. Where's the evidence?
Yes.
The Donald Trump trial, you know, it was over in 2 months. It's going on how long now in Romania here? Has it been a year officially?
It feels like it's been a long time. I feel like
it's been a long time.
I think this is part of their way to really kind of silence him, is drag it out for so long. And then with other news filling up the news line, you kind of forget about people like, you know, Tate. It's only when they have breaking news that they're convicted or something bad happened or they found something that it comes back in the news, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, but is Tate the most Googled man in the world? I think in 2022, 2023 was, you know, dealing with home arrest. Now in 2024, he's doing his podcast out there in Romania. You know, I actually wanted to take a different angle on Tate. Everybody talks about Tate, but I actually have some proof about how people feel about Andrew Tate. Do you know about this?
No, I don't.
Okay, we're going to go rapid fire. So the first one is Tate's approval amongst Gen Z, especially younger boys who are concerned about the rise of feminism harming society. So 1/4 of young men think feminism is harming society.
Good.
It's proof of growing Gen Z divide. Let's scroll down and take a look at some of this data. Nat, go ahead. Read these big numbers.
32% of young men say they've seen content online that in the last 12 months, which suggests women are to blame for the problems facing men.
Okay. So 1/3 of men blaming women.
37% of young men have a favorable view on Donald Trump, and 45% have a favorable view on Elon Musk.
Okay, now go to all the way to the left. 30% of
30% of young men say feminism has done more harm than good to the society. Revealing poll shares exclusively with big issues.
Okay, now read the number one where it says 35.
35% of young men between 16 and 34 have a favorable view of Andrew Tate, compared with 50% of men across all ages.
Now, I'm not sure how much I believe these numbers, but go to the source. 35% have a favorable view. This is called the big issue. A quarter of men think feminism is harming society.
It is.
Proof of a Gen Z divide. Okay, so what was the number? If you can scroll down, 35% of young men have a favorable view of Tate. I got to be honest with you. I think a lot more than that. You guys let me know. I don't know. I know that young women probably have a much unfavorable view of Tate. Scroll down and see if there's any more numbers in this article.
And maybe where it was taken.
Okay. By the way, this was from what year?
2024.
Okay.
March.
This is from March of 2024. So this is pretty recent.
Wow.
Okay. So maybe he's fallen off a little bit.
Oh,
By the way, there's some other polls. This is an interesting because on this next poll, they compared Tate to basically the exact opposite of Tate, Greta Thunberg. And they break it down by political affiliation. Check this poll out with Tate. Now, this is going to be tough to see because you know I'm getting blind, Nat, so you're going to have to help me out here.
Yeah.
Voters. What's that? Okay, you got to talk into the mic, mommy.
And scroll up, it says...
So scroll to the top.
Voters
are favorable of Greta Thunberg and unfavorable of Andrew Tate. So let's punch in here. So blue is very favorable. Light blue is somewhat favorable.
White is haven't heard enough to say. Okay. Red is somewhat unfavorable, and dark red is very unfavorable.
Okay. So Greta Thunberg,
likely voters.
Very favorable, 15%, and somewhat favorable, 14%. So you're at 29% right there. You have 46% that are basically, I don't know what's going on here. And you have 26% that are saying favorable. So it's a net +3 for Greta and a net -16 for Tate. Okay, we can just read the numbers on the right.
Yeah.
When it came to Democrats, go ahead. +39 for Greta,
and
-22.
-22 for
Tate. Now,
and then Independence, it's +4 for Greta, and scroll down. Scroll up.
Keep going.
17. Oh, 17, -17 for Tate.
Republicans, I would assume there's a totally different answer on Republicans. Go ahead.
Yes, -30 for Greta, and then -11 for Tate.
I don't know how much I agree with these numbers, but here's what this shows me. The more left you are, you're going to be voting for Greta. The more right you are, you're going to be for Tate. But we also know a lot of conservatives that aren't exactly a fan of Tate.
Yes, that is true.
Like our girl Toria that works for...
Toria is not a fan of Tate. But I think who she would maybe more relate to, I'm not going to speak for her, but I would assume more of Tate she'd probably favor.
We'll see what's going on with that. Now, last but not least, here's women. Here's what women have to say about Tate.
Oh, ladies. I'm scared.
It's a different article. Apologies.
Right.
So, we all know that women, Andrew Tate's popularity with women revealed. Scroll down a little bit.
And it's...
Go to the top of the article. I think it shows... there you go.
Do you want me to play the video?
No. Just punch in on those numbers over there. No. Punch in right there.
Yes.
Yep.
It says 13% of women said that they liked the 36-year-old former reality TV star and self-proclaimed misogynistic. The survey by YouGov found. This compares with 24% of men who said they liked him. Tate promises to free the modern man from socially induced incarceration.
So look, here's what I'll say. This, they say that people talk, numbers scream.
Yeah.
So it would seem that Andrew Tate has a net negative favorability rating. But the more masculine, conservative, traditional type man will approve of Tate. The more liberal, woke, feminist ladies doesn't necessarily approve of Tate. But it's interesting to see this data here. I actually thought it would be a lot higher in the favorability for Tate.
I did.
Every dude I run into, yo, what's up with Tate? How's he doing? I love that guy. What's going on? Do you agree with everything he says? Not really, but I do have a favorable rating of him. So, final thoughts on Tate.
Well, I mean, I think also considering the fact that his content isn't everywhere anymore either, is probably going to be an effect on that as well.
Are you saying that Tate has dropped off?
I mean, maybe shoved off.
Shoved off?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he may dropped off. I think he's just been kind of shoved off.
Like
and then that makes sense why his numbers are down, is because people aren't getting the content the way that they're getting some of the other content that's being pushed.
Okay. Well, Tate, stay strong, stay hard, keep doing your thing. We don't agree on everything, but I will come out and publicly say that I think he's a net positive for men and society. We've also seen Tate evolve. The Tate of 2018, 2019, 2020, 2022 is not the same guy as Tate in 2024.
Yeah.
You have to give the people the room to adapt and evolve and move their positions and ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
He was once a Christian, now he's a Muslim. He was once a single man, now he's a father. He was once a free man, now he's, reduced to having to stay in Romania.
Jeez.
You guys let me know. Are you still a fan of Tate? You still rocking with Tate? Has he fallen off a little bit? Has he been pushed off? That's what I want to know about Andrew Tate. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you like that one, click right here to watch the full SOSCAST. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.